So real quick, I do have seat controls on the door right here for this seat, door over there for that seat. I'm going to go and start the vehicle up, push my foot on the brake, hold this button down. This does take a little bit longer than a standard push start because it's a diesel engine. You got to heat the resistor pack up first.
Gotcha, like the military.
Exactly. Alright, so now it's starting. You do have two screens right here. You have a screen display right here and a screen display right here. On the steering wheel itself, controls on this side of the steering wheel control this screen. The top two buttons right here on the left control that screen. These black buttons you see right here are touch sensitive mouse pads. See, I'm scrolling across the screen, so I can scroll my thumb across that. I can go up, I can go down, and I can select different information if I want to. So I can push in, select that. I can come up here, I can go over to engine, and I can view engine performance and stuff like that. If I scroll over more, we have navigation, so I can push in, go to navigation. I have a home button right here. If I push in on the home button, it takes me back to that main screen. This is also touch screen though, so I can drag my finger across if I wanted to. And then I have manual controls down here, okay? So I'm gonna set the parking brake real quick, push my foot on the brake, I'm gonna put us in reverse. This shifter is kind of weird compared to most vehicles. So these are the new style Mercedes shifters. Tap up to go in reverse, down to go into drive, and then a light tap either direction puts it in neutral. And to put it in park, I'm gonna push in on that button right there. So I'm gonna put us in reverse real quick. We can see the backup camera display right here.
Yes.
And I said we had multiple fields of view. So that's my wide angle field of view. So I can see if I'm pulling out of a backing up, I can see if a car's coming left or right. My medium field of view, which does have the directional lines, and then my narrow field of view, if I'm backing up to a trailer, I can look straight down at the hitch, which is very handy. These are my radar sensors around the vehicle, so it's displaying how close I am to something. As you start getting close, it's going to start beeping at you and letting you know, hey, you're getting too close.
Gotcha.
All right, so I'm going to push back and drive real quick, and then in park. The handbrake is folding. I can push it down like that, and then swivel the seat around if I need to.
Yes, I'm familiar with that. Yeah. How do you check the mileage on this thing?
So over here in the top left, I'm going to touch the home button to get out of the screen. And right there is 126 miles.
Okay.
And I can scroll up or down to display different information on this. All the way down is the digital speedometer. And if I touch the home button again, it brings me back to the main menu. I'm going to show you how to pull up that DEF gauge real quick. So we're going to go to settings, we're going to go to display and operation, push in, change that to permanent. Now we have the DEF gauge permanently displayed up there. So that's the blue. As you start to use DEF, the lines are going to deplete from the right to the left. Same thing for your fuel gauge over here underneath the speedometer. Underneath the tachometer is your fuel gauge. And then if we go all the way over to the left to service, I can push in. I can go down and view engine oil level right there. If there's any warning messages, stuff like that, it'll display right here under messages. DEF again right there. I can check the filter. Drive assist is your follow distance. Trip is normally where I leave it. Like I said, you can view fuel mileage on here, distance traveled, total time, your digital speedometer, stuff like that. The top right is your adaptive cruise control button. So I push that in to turn it on. Little icon's going to pop up there. Turn it off though. And then I have speed set, plus or minus to accelerate or decelerate. Follow distance is adjusted right here. And then I have resume or cancel right here on the left.
Okay.
On the right hand side, I have answer and hang up, volume controls. I have voice assist, and then if I save anything to my favorites, I can just bump it down and it brings up my favorite screen up here. Now, be careful using the M word around here. Mercedes.
Yeah. How may I help you?
She is always listening. All right. Cancel. You do have the Mercedes SOS button right here. It works just like the GM OnStar. It is a service you have to pay for, though. You have to contact Mercedes to activate it.
Gotcha.
Lighting controls are all up here.
Okay.
AC controls are down here, so temperature control, fan speed control. The rest of that's pretty self-explanatory. And then that button right there, like I said, does that side door.
Okay, so what do? I call Mercedes-Benz, the local dealer, and say, look, I've just acquired a...
What can I do for you?
Cancel. Cancel. You can go away.
What do you want to do?
Go away. Yes. So call them up. You're going to give them the VIN number. Tell them, hey, I just bought this vehicle.
Right, and then they'll tell me, okay, you need Siri, you need this, you need that.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yep, you got it. Inside here is a camera pack that's always looking forward. That's for your adaptive cruise control.
Okay.
This does have lane assist, so if you start to veer from one side to the other, it will bump the steering wheel real quick and tell you that you're getting out of lane.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
If you hit your turn signal, it shuts it off. I can change lanes, and then once I cancel my signal, it re-engages.
Good.
Shifter right here. This is for my wiper blades right here.
So
then,
my wife's going to love that. It's on my side.
yeah. And then, is she one of the ones that always reaches over and turns it on?
Absolutely.
I hate that. And then I have my paddle shifters right here, plus and minus, so I can manually change gears if I needed to.
Yeah. Now, do you need to change? Oh, you don't need to, but
So,
you can. That's kind of like my car, so I understand that.
The thing with changing gears as you're driving, the way I view it is the computer does not know that I'm approaching a hill. You know that you're approaching a hill. I can downshift before I get there and have more available torque as I coast up the hill.
Gotcha.
Especially if I'm towing something.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, and how we set on fuel, by the way?
So we're almost completely full. You can see there's one little hash mark missing right there.
Okay.
So 1 is full, half a tank, and then 0 is empty.
Okay.
The temperature gauge, it is a diesel. It does take a while to get hot. But you'll
Okay.
start seeing it creep up from left to right.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Real quick, inside here you do have charge cables. These are Type-C chargers. So whatever you have, Android, iPhone, something like that, you have to buy the Type-C adapter for it. So it adapts it from a Type-C to whatever you're going to use.
We have iPhones.
Okay, so you'll need a Type-C to an Apple charger. These two are for charging. The one on the left actually communicates with the radio,
Right.
or you can Bluetooth your phone to the
Our
radio.
phones, we can just lay down and it charges through the phone.
This one does not have magnetic induction charging.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
You can Bluetooth your phone, so I can connect my phone right here if I wanted to. Navigation, radio. This says AM, FM. Touch this again. Media is media on your phone. Info is vehicle information. This is the M-Word apps, and then vehicle settings.
Okay. So now, how do I program? Let's set it up for my highways.
Let's do this. There it goes. You can touch that and start navigating.
The route is being calculated. Please proceed to the highlighted route.
What's cool about this one is it actually shows you diesel stations.
Right.
You can turn it off if you want to.
No, it's okay. You can leave it.
I believe this one will do the 3D map as well. So, yep, so we can tilt it like that too,
Yeah.
if you wanted to. I'll leave it on 2D though.
I like hitting where the map's in front of me.
Yep, so as you start driving, it will tilt the map.
Okay.
And then I can find myself by touching that right there.
Okay.
I can do. I can make changes right there if I wanted to.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I think we're good.
Okay. Do you have any other questions on the vehicle? Anything else?